good for this?
Yep, these are prime, they're ready to go. This is the Kodak Ektar H35 half-frame film camera, a cheap, reusable $50 film camera. And this
is Seoul, South Korea, where me and my best friend Calvin will be spending the next 9 days traveling from Seoul all the way down to Busan. And this little guy is going to be with us the entire time. Since this is a half-frame camera, it gives us 72 shots each. So join us as we take 72 shots across Korea.
Our trip started here in the Namdaemun Market, South Korea's largest traditional market.
I see a shot that I like on the sky bridge in the middle of the market.
The sheer scale of this market still baffles me today, with over 10,000 different storefronts.
Almost without noticing, we have managed to spend the majority of the day in the market, which is just crazy. And we still haven't seen 1/10 of what there is to see.
After your first day with it, what did you think of the Kodak Ektar? Did you expect to like the Kodak Ektar before you went into it?
Yes, I think I did expect to like it. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did.
The next day, Calvin and I decided to go see the Starfield Co-Ex Mall. But before that, we wanted to see the river that cut through Seoul.
I'm gonna do one more.
With a few more shots under our belt, we caught a bus and made our way to Gangnam.
It says start, and there's a little blue path that leads to the Starfield Mall.
Calvin and I spent the next few hours exploring the Starfield Mall and seeing all of what it had to offer. And if you're interested in that, make sure to check out this video. But in terms of the actual photography for the Kodak Ektar, it really didn't lend itself very well, as the Kodak Ektar is really poor in low light due to that fixed shutter speed and the fixed aperture, even with high ISO film. So after exploring the library,
This is the books.
a sky terrace,
And we are very high because those are supposed to be skyscrapers and they're only a couple of feet up from us.
and buying some clothes,
I'm buying this.
we left.
Hey, my little gamers.
To start the next day, we decided to see the Seoul City Riverwalk before making our way to Bukchong Hanok Village.
Interesting, this camera, it's very compact and you have no idea if the shots are gonna work, so you just take it and hope.
One thing that I am concerned with this camera is the shutter speed. I've heard from a lot of other people that just because of how light this camera is, when you take the shot, the camera literally just is jittering around because it's so light, so the actual footage ends up looking a bit weird.
After spending some time on the river, we decided it was time to make our way to the village.
Hello, sir. It's very good to see you. So that is just part of the Berlin Wall that they have. You just took it. It's next to that cool bear. I assume he was in Berlin as well.
I wish you weren't like this.
Also, can I just point out that we're not even fazed by there being just another mall?
No, it's what I mean. There's a mall here. What else would he put there? There's 6 square feet of space and a Skechers that needs to be built. If you think about it, this is the perfect camera because it has so few features
you're forced to only take works of art.
Photograph.
Oh yeah.
So this has been the Buk Chung Hanok Village. It's cool, but very, very busy. And if you can find a corner and you don't mind seeing cars and stuff, it can be really, really neat. Remember to stand with respect, because indeed here we stand at the greatest of all 7-Elevens, the King 7-Eleven. We found the king. This bit isn't funny. Matt, where are we going?
Today, Calvin and I had one goal: to see the North Seoul Tower. But to get there, we'd have to go through a park.
Giant TV displays like this, where it curves. Each display is curved backward to ride the wall. Fascinating.
So we got our ticket. It's gonna be about a 70-minute wait. So we're just kind of wandering around.
This is a place where people who are in love will write their names on a lock and put it on here. And you can tell a lot by those people. For example, this person wasn't so sure about the relationship because they might want to spin this and unlock it later if it goes south. And we have to look for our boarding number and check that.
Finally, a place in Seoul to take pictures.
There is at least 4 people up here. We can finally truly go sicko mode. I want to burn through a couple shots. I like this.
Time to leave.
The amount of exposures I'm trying, and we're down to get it right eventually. We gotta get down to the hotel. Mobs are gonna spawn soon.
And with this, our time in Seoul was brought to an end. It had been an amazing few days, but the next day, it was time for us to move on to Busan.
Hello, Matthew.
Hello, Calvin. So we made it to Busan.
So we made it to Busan.
We are here at the bus stop waiting for our cool bus to take us to Seoul Station so we can get on the bullet train. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day for travel.
I got the donkey. We're just waiting for our train to get ready, and then we are gonna dip and go on a little bullet train ride. That bullet train was so gorgeous. Like the different views, it was so cool just to cut right through the middle of Korea. The train was very smooth.
It was really smooth. Everyone was really quiet. You really got to enjoy the views. And my goodness, the views were insane. That was amazing. That was an amazing train ride. Yeah, fantastic. I don't think we're in Iowa anymore. I hope that clears things up.
I always think it was bad.
Busan would prove to have a completely different atmosphere from Seoul, with a much more laid-back vacation atmosphere and vibe.
So that guy over there who's yelling right now just started off by playing the United States National Anthem. And I don't know what it is. If you know what that is, please comment, because I'm very confused by it. Yeah. So this is our room in the La Valse Busan Hotel. We have a deluxe half ocean view. And what a view it is. Dang.
Tomorrow, I think we're just gonna be bustling around town. We might be going to the world's largest department store, which is just information overload all over again. I'm gonna be arrested. Hello, good morning. Today, we're going down to the world's largest department store, but first, we have to go underground into a maze of secret little malls in order to find Matthew an ND filter. We're definitely gonna have to come back here later because I feel this place doesn't open yet for whatever reason. Rooftop gardens and lookouts. This is just standard in Korea. So we are now on the 3rd floor of the terrace. If you'd like a view of how high up we are, this is a pretty good one.
From here, Calvin and I set our sights on the coast.
So we finally made it to the coast. Behind us there, palm trees. Palm trees. Palm trees.
Holy cow. Like, actually take that in though. Welcome to the coast. Famously, the home of a lot of water. I do believe we've reached the end.
We then made our way onto the streets of Busan and began our return to our hotel.
You're getting drinks. That's not hunger.
So the thing I like about the Ektar is it feels like the perfect travel camera because you just take it around and you're like, oh, I like a photo. I'm gonna take it. There's no good photos here.
So we are here in Busan, South Korea, going to Gamcheon Village, I think it's called. I could be wrong. If I am, I'll put it here. But we are headed to this village, and it's known for being extremely colorful, and I think we're already starting to see that where we are now.
Now that's what I call a picture.
So what's fun about these cultural villages is also there's like really, really claustrophobic roads that aren't much thicker than a boy, with paths that just lead into walls.
These are absolutely adorable.
Over 100 years old then, this is. At least according to the 1920s pictures, but it might be older. I'm not fully sure. If I'm honest, after the street, I kind of want to start making our way down.
So right behind us here is where the cable cars normally would run, but I'm assuming because it's too windy out today or cloudy or something or other, they're not running. So instead of getting a beautiful cable car, I guess you'll have to deal with this.
Hey Matt,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you? How are you now?
Oh, not so bad.
Today hasn't gone as we expected. But that said, we got a beautiful store in a great location to observe it. So it's back to the hotel room, and tomorrow it's back to Seoul.
The last 2 days in our trip did not go quite as planned because I got very sick to the point where I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to fly home. So because of that, the last 2 days were not spent exploring Seoul or wandering around Korea. They were mainly spent in our hotel room relaxing.
For what it is, we took these cameras with us through Seoul, through Busan, through all of Korea. And I feel like in some ways I've become very, very attracted to this little camera.
So Calvin, what are your final thoughts on the Kodak Ektar 35mm half-frame film camera?
I like it a lot.
I really enjoyed my time using this camera, and I think I see the appeal, before the actual shots have come out or finished, anything like that. I think I see the appeal of why people like shooting film, because we've been spending our time here in Seoul, in Korea, in Busan, and we've been taking a lot of pictures, a lot of video, and there is something very, something very nice to having a camera where you're not fiddling with settings, you're not worrying about all this extra stuff, you're just composing and taking the shot.
I enjoyed it. I liked the cameras themselves. I think it's being light is actually kind of good because I liked being able just to carry it around and I felt like I didn't have it and I'd pick it up and be like, oh, let me grab a picture, and then I'd put it away. I think if I could do it again, I think I'd be a bit more liberal with my shots because I didn't realize, but 72 shots is a lot of photos. And so assuming the shots turn out, even a couple of them, I think this is a really, really fun experimental little camera to pick up and to play with. In this experience of going to Korea, we only experienced a bite, but there is so much to see and I feel like we got a good start and I can't wait to come back one day. I think we will have to come back.
Yes.
And I think we'll have to bring you with us, hopefully, and tell more stories, and better stories too, hopefully.
Yeah. But I think that's it for this little adventure.
I think that's it. I think it's time to pack up tomorrow, get up, get our bags, check out from the hotel, get to the airport, and take off and head back to Canada. So like Matt said, thanks for joining us on this little adventure.
God
bless.